whoever he was, you remember he hit the ground hard and naked. But they Terminator was, but Schwarzenegger was just sitting there, boom, looking like Conan with a fresh fade. I mean, he just stood up right.
Man, welcome back. Life has gone crazy, absolutely nuts. But we're here. Shout out, man. Shout out to Hawaii. You guys are going through it. Shout out to the Southwest. You guys are about to get hit with a tropical storm. Wow. Craziness. And, SAG-AFTRA still got this strike going on. So, we're going to talk about what we're going to talk about. And we're going to have fun doing it, man. Welcome back, Rob. What's going on, man?
What's going on? Just keeping busy. Battening down the hatches for the lot of rain that we might get from the end of Hillary here. I'm not too worried about it, though. We're really high up in the mountains. It'll block most of it.
Yeah. You said Vegas has more to worry about than you guys.
Yeah. They're much lower, and they don't have as many mountains covering them. And they're pretty close to L.A., which is getting the brunt of it.
Oof. Man. Look like Tony was wrong. It does rain in Southern California. Ain't that right, Mike?
That's what they say. That's what they say. I can sing it right now, but we won't do that.
What's going on, Mike? How you feeling?
Feeling good, man. Feeling really good. I'm glad to see you guys. Seemed like 2 years, but I'm glad to see you. But everything is good. Ready for the semester to start this week, and just ready. Got this weekend off, and just going to enjoy my time, just sit back.
Hell yeah. Nose to the grindstone, man. Mm-hmm. I can dig it. J Pat, what's up?
What's going on, fellas?
And living the dream.
Hopefully I can stay in with you guys the whole time. Looks like my internet is acting real funky tonight.
Oh, we'll see. If you drop, we'll deuce out for you.
Yeah.
But man, let's some current events, some current news. Barbie. I want to get Rob and Mike in on Barbie real quick, man.
Okay. All right, you can go ahead. I'll come in after.
Sorry, I had my mic was off. I didn't realize. Oh, it has made a billion. So we know Barbie is doing it. I don't know if that's because the trailers didn't really allude to what the movie is really about, but it's doing its thing.
I read it was the highest grossing WB movie in the United States ever.
Yeah, it is now.
Wow.
Didn't it already reach $1 billion?
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. All those hero movies and
past $1 billion. What is everybody so mad about this movie? I saw the movie and I didn't see anything to get mad. I didn't feel like they were making fun of anybody. I mean, except for like that kind of guy, like the Ken doll guy. It wasn't like they were making fun of every man sucks. I didn't get that feeling. The movie was just a little cute little movie. It ain't the greatest movie, but it'll do. I didn't get mad. I wasn't overjoyed either, but it was just what it was. I don't get why it's being banned in countries.
It's definitely has some politics in it, but throughout the most of the movie, it's just a bunch of Anchorman style humor between characters, and up until I think what the end part where America Ferrera has that 5-minute long speech basically towards the audience about feminism. But other than that, it's a mostly harmless movie.
Right. Like I say, it's enjoyable. I wouldn't give it like a 10, but if we're doing letter grades, I'd give it a solid C+.
Oh, okay.
Maybe even a B. Right. Yeah. My man Ken in the fur coat, he's like a 90s pop star. I love Ken was rocking the coat with the shades. I like, look at my man. He look cool with it. I like that. But
shit.
I heard Margot Robbie got offered like from some foot fetish site like $250,000 to start selling pictures of her feet online. I was like, wow, that's crazy.
Is that Tarantino?
I forget what the name of the site was, but the site was like they offered her $250,000 to start selling them. Never mind,
not the money from it, but just to start selling.
Right. She could still make more money. Wow. I was like, whoa.
Well,
just hit pause, fellas. Calm down.
Yeah, that's their feet, man. Their feet. They go in the shoes. Ugh,
yeah,
crazy.
It's a movie to
Some
stream.
people think they sexy.
I'm gonna check it out on streaming.
Yeah,
shit.
I like the practical. Well, they built basically the old Barbie play sets in life size, which they all lived in the town. I think that all the work that they did doing all that stuff looks really good, and all the jokes they made about discontinued Barbies that they had, or unpopular ones, or ones that they didn't at all release were pretty funny too.
Yeah, like Midge and some Alan, some of the other characters that I never even heard of those characters. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
They thought, which one was it? Was it pregnant Barbie? They thought was creepy or something like that.
Right. She
stayed pregnant the whole time.
I think so.
In the movie, did they talk about her being pregnant all the time?
She wasn't on for very long, but yeah, they were like, these are ones that we made but didn't release because it was too creepy or whatever.
Oh goodness!
The only kind of qualm I might have had. She had a pregnant. The only kind of problem I had was they made it too easy to get to the real world. I was like, whoa, that was it? You found out you were a doll, and next thing you know, you're in the real world like 2 seconds later. I was like,
that whole thing doesn't make any sense. And the way the real world is portrayed is really weird too. Like they're on the beaches of LA, and they're dressed in their their bright ass colors, and they're rollerblading down the docks. Nobody would say anything to them. That's not even out of place.
No, it's 2023. Nothing's out of place. Oh shit, man. Yeah. Well, thanks for the recommendation. I'll check it out when it comes to streaming for sure. That's something that
just the experience. It's worth it just to get the experience, just to see what everybody bitching about it.
I'm a dinosaur. I'm not gonna go watch that bullshit.
I wouldn't have watched it if it wasn't for my daughter. If my daughter wouldn't have wanted to go, I wouldn't have went.
If I had a daughter,
I'm glad I did.
Yeah, same. Ronnie wanted to see it, and that's why I went.
Or if I was,
she didn't like it.
If I was trying to get some booty like Platinum Rob.
You stupid.
All right, I guess I'll sit through this Barbie.
I guess I go through this Barbie.
You gotta watch the Avengers, so that you gotta watch some Barbie shit. It's fair.
You gotta trade it off.
Quid pro quo.
Exactly. Speaking of guy-driven movies, a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie came out, and same two guys went and saw it. So, what'd you guys think of that?
It was just okay. It didn't blow me away. I didn't like the changes they made. Each turtle iteration is different from each. They have the basic foundation and they kind of go their own direction. I didn't like what they did. I didn't like the things they took away. And I didn't like they pretty much got rid of you didn't see any Foot Clan members at all. And whatever Master Splinter's crew was, they basically learned martial arts from watching old Shaw Brothers movies. It was just I didn't like that. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's how they learn how to. Unless they try to fix it in the second one, I didn't like that. And hearing the kids talk, actual kids' voices, got kind of annoying toward the end. But
how many times is the word "bro"?
I agree.
Used in the movie.
I couldn't tell you.
I'm so tired of hearing that word. I just want to stab people when I hear it.
Oh yeah,
I thought the movie looked good though.
Yeah, the movie looked good. I just didn't like say the changes. Hell, Bebop and Rocksteady by the end of the movie were part of the Turtle Crew. I think they went into sewers with them.
Huh?
Yeah, it's totally. I'm telling you, it's totally not what you're thinking.
I have no desire to watch it now.
Yeah, the more and more, and being, I've been with the Turtles since they came out. Not the black and white ones, but when they first hit TV and the Archie comics, and I've been with Turtles, 40 years. However long they've been. It's just like I was like, this ain't Turtles. What the hell? No,
this is Street Frogs.
Yeah, what? That's all make no sense. something. I mean, Jackie Chan did a good job. But no, I didn't like the changes that they made. Maybe they might explain some more about their martial artists in the next one, but this one here didn't do much for me. It was all right.
Yeah. All right. Great.
Yeah.
Give me a great. Another C.
Maybe a C- or a D. I might put Barbie over this. I think I did. Yeah, I think I kind of. Yeah, I might put Barbie over Turtles.
That's crazy.
And that's a sin, damn near.
Barbie over Turtles.
It is damn near a sin.
Yeah, just the very young and super hyperactive dialogue from the kids that take over the Turtles just took me out of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And the story was pretty kind of, lukewarm. There really wasn't, it was pretty basic A to B plot with the a villain and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. It kind of made it to like what Mike was saying. You can't pay attention to the plot because there's nothing there, so you just start picking out things in the movie, like how the hell does one of the turtles have braces? Where did he go to get that done? How do they all have cell phones?
Right. Does
Donatello have a prescription for those glasses, or did somebody just drop theirs down the sewer and he found the right ones for him or something,
Oh, jeez.
How do they get so skilled? It makes no sense. That makes no sense to be that skilled from watching. I'd be a ninja then, shit, if it was that easy. I mean, come on, it made no sense.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But visually, I thought it looked really good. I like the style that they did with like the almost like crayon looking, and the 3D effects were actually so good. There were scenes where I could have sworn that it looked like stop motion.
Right.
Ooh.
But yeah, I think the designs were kind of weird, but the actual color palette and animation that they incorporated was really well done. I think sets it apart, very unique.
That sounds promising. At least it has a bright side.
I mean, it had some good music. I think there was another one, old school, like 90s hip hop flair. It had a lot of that.
A
lot of 90s hip hop is showing up in movies nowadays.
It is.
I'm all for it.
You got Ice Cube playing this character called Superfly. He was the villain.
He was probably the best part of the movie.
Yeah. Come out quoting Ice-T 6 a.m.
Yep.
I'm like,
for real?
I'm like, for real.
Oh,
like,
wow. That's hilarious.
Kids don't even know what they playing.
Wow.
They don't even know what's this.
Wow. I mean, we think about it. That was 30 years ago when all this hip hop came out, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was listening to music today in the truck, and I was like, I looked up what year the song came out, and it came out in 1994. I was like,
that's a good year, though.
That was a great year. Yeah. I think sidebar from like 92 to 99, fire for hip hop. Absolute fire.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Anyway, back to the topic. So, Turtles, lukewarm. C, below Barbie.
Yeah, I'd probably give it like a C also. I'd probably put Barbie above it as well. Probably a B-, I would say.
Ugh. Oh, wow. Well,
yeah.
Here's hoping that Blue Beetle is better. Rob's seen Blue Beetle. What's your quick impression?
I thought it was really good. It's visually good. The special effects on it are really good. The acting is really good. These guys really acted their asses off because they knew, hey, this is our big chance of putting, a Latino on the big screen, all production, all Latino. And they went whole hog, and I think they knocked it out of the park. It doesn't do anything new. It's your standard superhero movie. It doesn't break any grounds, but I think what they put on the screen is really good, and it's pretty funny too. Actually,
all right.
I would say the only negative thing I can think of is the love interest to Jaime's character. Sounds like she's got gauze in her mouth with the way she talks, and it's really annoying. Every time she says something, I'm like, oh, stop talking.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I may check that out next week.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate that these guys can't go to red carpets and talk about their movie because it's a really big for them. This is a really big thing for them.
Yeah, it's a punch in the gut. That's a real
If
big
you know
punch in
anything
the gut.
about Latino culture, you'll know how this movie is. It delves deep into community and family and stuff like that, and they do a really good job with it.
Cool. Is it set in? Is it Miami?
It's fictional town,
Fictional town. Okay.
fictional DC town. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Well, that makes perfect sense then. All right. I'm excited then. I'm excited to go check it out. A halfway good thumbs up from Rob is signed up enough for me.
I get it an A-.
Oh shit.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. Like
That's
I said, the
strong.
only bad thing is it doesn't break any new grounds, and the girl's annoying. But other than that, I had a good time.
I may go check it out before work one day next week. Go check out a lunchtime movie. That'd be fun. Hell yeah.
I gotta check out Gran Turismo next week, so I probably won't see it for a couple weeks.
I'm thinking about that. That one I'm thinking about. But I don't have anybody
Is
to go
that-
watch it. I'm thinking.
Is that the one with the I know is it based on a video game or is it the movie
Yeah,
based
On a contest about the
Based on the
video
video
game.
game, yeah.
and it's the kid they actually turned into a real driver?
Right.
Mhm.
Correct.
Like I have no
Gotcha.
choice. I have to see it because my son is so into cars. Like if I don't see it, I'll probably get struck down by lightning. Like,
Oh,
like
You
how
have-
we're in the comic
just-
books and anime and stuff. He's into cars like that.
Wow, yeah.
So I
But
have
yeah,
to see it.
you're obligated. You're
Yeah.
fatherly, contractually obligated to go see
Yeah.
the movie. Dig it. All right. Shit, yeah. Oh man. All right. Well, there were some interesting like talking points, talk topics posted in the group this week. Let's lead off with one the old meme, red button, blue button, which one do you press? If you press the red button, you delete the Terminator franchise from history. That's the red button. And if you press the blue button, you delete the Predator franchise from history. Who wants to go first?
I'm getting rid of the Terminator.
You get rid of Terminator?
I'm getting rid of Terminator
Why?
because aside from the movies, like the first two movies, there's nothing else that I'm really in love with the Terminator. With the Predator, I get Predator 1, Predator 2, Predators. Alien vs. Predator was kind of a good popcorn, cheesy flick. The comic books, the video games. There's a whole slew of things that you're going to get rid of that I actually enjoyed if you get rid of Predator. And you get rid of the most awesome bro handshake moment in movie history if you get rid of
Oh my
Predator.
God.
Yes, it's a meme by itself. It's a
Right?
meme by itself, right?
Okay.
And then you
All
don't
right.
get the legendary Jean-Claude Van Damme in the red lobster suit.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he was supposed to be the monster in Predator,
You don't get Danny Glover beating up an alien,
right? Yeah, you don't get that with his
Yeah.
pants pulled all the way up to his neck, but yeah, you don't get
right? you don't get Sanaa Lathan beating
that
up
was
a
my main
Predator,
reason. Mm-hmm.
right?
What
That
about
was
that
my-
last movie though?
Well, Prey.
I haven't seen that one yet. And with the,
Oh,
he's
the
trying-
one
he's
before.
trying-
The one before
Oh, yeah.
Prey.
The one where they were getting dropped off on the planet. Is that the one?
The one after
With
that
the-
one.
Oh, that one wasn't terrible, was it? I mean, it was okay.
It was
the
pretty
one-
bad.
What was the kid that had like a Tourette's or
He
something?
had like autism, but it was like
Okay.
treated like a superpower.
Yeah. It wasn't terrible. I've seen worse. Like I didn't turn the movie off. Like it was kind of shitty, but it wasn't like
Super
a
shit.
total fail.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, like I guess the room for improvement or room for cool stories is like through the roof with Predator. You see that story where people were talking about like the Predators come down during like the samurai times, and that would be badass
Yeah.
to see a samurai versus a Predator.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like the Terminator's kind of ran its course. Like we're living through Skynet times right now. Like it's not fantasy anymore.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
true statement. That's a true statement.
And
All
after
right.
the first two, like, have we seen a dope Terminator movie since the first two? they've all kind of sucked.
You make very valid points. I have to lean into that, and I agree with you on that. Mike, I think you're going more toward get rid of Terminator also, right?
Yeah, I voted for get rid of Terminator. This pretty much Sanaa Lathan was my big thing. So, but outside of Sanaa Lathan, everything Jay said was valid. Terminator 1 and 2 are the only ones I really care about. And more 1 than 2. I know, 2 had, the T-1000 and all that stuff, but Schwarzenegger in the Terminator was scary as hell in the first one. You can't get rid of that. When they just dropped his ass, because there was the other guy, I forget, Mike Rourke, whatever the guy that was coming back to rescue him. When he came back through the thing, they threw his ass through the portal and he just flopped on the ground. But when they put Schwarzenegger on the ground, his ass was placed there and he stood up like that. He stood up like, oh, it's gonna be serious hit. And when he was fixing his hand and digging in his eye, I mean that was some, yeah.
It was Michael Biehn, right?
Michael Biehn, but I'm trying to think of what his character's name was. I can't think of, but whoever he was, you remember he hit the ground hard and naked. But Terminator was, but Schwarzenegger was just sitting there, boom, looking like Conan with a fresh fade. I mean, he just stood up right. It's that. Yeah, I got to put that one over. Yeah, you get the technology and the liquid metal and all that. I get it. It was great, but nah, you can't get rid of fixing his own eye and putting the shades on and I'll be back. You can't. That. Yeah, but Sanaa Lathan does kind of beat all that. I had to go, Sanaa. Listen, I remember the first time I saw Sanaa Lathan in a movie. It was in Blade. When she was in Blade, when they showed Sanaa Lathan in Blade, I would never forget that. Yes. I almost put that up there with seeing Selma Hayek in
That's the Dawn. Huh?
That's the Dawn, yeah.
You can remember when you see these people, and I remember when I first saw Sanaa.
That snake dancing scene.
Yes.
What?
You're like, ooh.
That's the one,
man.
That is something special.
Well, yeah, I'm going with getting rid of the Predators. I mean, Terminators, because like I said, it was only the first 2 I cared about, and I don't even know. I haven't seen any since the first 2. I think I tried to watch one more, and I just didn't care. I just didn't care enough to finish it or even remember it. I do at least try to watch the Predators. I do watch Alien and Predator, or I do try to keep up with them. So yeah, Predator wins for me.
No, well, hey, I'm not surprised. I agree with both of you guys. Rob, how you feeling?
Yeah, it's gonna be the same. Like I'm a big fan of time travel and creating alternate parallel timelines and stuff like that. But the Terminator franchise just doesn't. They're not smart enough to keep it in line. They keep screwing up their own continuities. And like Jay was saying, the Predator is just backed by so much more media. Like all of the crossovers with superheroes, the Predators have always been really good. I think there's maybe like 1 or 2 that they crossed with the Terminator, and those were like okay. I remember the Superman one where Skynet got a hold of Hank Henshaw, and we were sending back more and more powerful Terminators every time, trying to stop the superheroes. But yeah, no, I think the Terminator just wasn't handled right after the second one, and never really regained any of its momentum, honestly. And Predator's still going strong. I mean, it's a great character. I think they have a Wolverine Predator crossover coming here pretty soon.
Yeah, that's coming out pretty soon.
Very interesting. Now that Marvel is in control of the Predator franchise and Alien,
really,
as part of the acquisition, the Disney acquisition.
I thought that
Dark Horse used to have him.
Yeah,
was Predator part of a Mortal Kombat game or a Injustice game?
He showed up in one of the Mortal Kombats. Yeah. Because the alien was in it too.
Oh.
I think it was X. So it was 10. Mortal Kombat 10, I think.
Just as long as they don't give me a xenomorph mutant. Like Wolverine gets a face hugger. And we get a little Wolverine xenomorph.
Oh.
They tried to do that with Superman too.
They tried to do that with
flew into the sun.
No, that'd be like the Borg. Remember not Borg, but the Brood. Remember when he was the Brood? They already did
that. Yeah. They just finished the Brood story in Captain Marvel's book, and
really? You would be reading that. You'd be reading that bullshit.
I'm not talking. It's one of the few books that I've actually caught up on. It's got a good run. It's like 30 issues in, and I've read every one of them. So it's something to do, something to read. Anyway, shut up, Jay. So yeah, Predator. Definitely gonna keep Predator. Get rid of. Okay. I never thought about how much media the Predator actually got. Never really thought about it till Jay started rattling shit off. I was like, wow, yeah, you got a point. And T1 and T2, just like Mike said, were great movies. But that was, 80-something and 90-something? And they've been dead quiet pretty much ever since. Yeah. I'll get rid of a couple of movies. And didn't they have a TV show? Didn't they have a TV show on Fox?
Generations or Genesis or something like that, wasn't it called?
Exactly.
Something like that?
Yeah, something. We can't recall
Terminator?
it, so apparently it was, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Sarah
There was
Connor,
Terminator.
Chronicles.
Okay.
Oh.
Genesis was the last movie they made, yeah. And that was terrible. Nobody went to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You don't
those
even
last
remember
couple
it.
ones are not too great.
Exactly. If I
I'm
can't
sorry,
recall,
Emilia Clarke is not Sarah Connor.
you are
I
not
know.
Sarah Connor. No, she was barely a good scroll, so let's not even go back into that.
Ugh.
Yeah, let that scab heal, man. We'll pick it off.
She
in the
wasn't
fall.
just a super scroll. She was a super duper scroll.
She was. She was. Yeah.
It's going to devolve into us shitting on Secret Wars again, isn't it?
I don't think we've
Or
ever got a
Secret
chance
Invasion,
to
I mean.
I don't think we've ever got a chance to really get on it because we missed a few times recording. We never really let loose on Secret Invasion. It hasn't got the full justice of jokes. It hasn't.
She was terrible. It was terrible. She was awful. We talked about it a few weeks ago, and I think I still have it on the hard drive. But we did. I think we went hard in the paint on that one. But that last fight scene was trash. I watched it again, and I tried to defend it. But now that I've seen it again,
and I think the 3-point landing, the superhero landing, I think that's in the same realm of like bling bling. Don't do any more 3-point landings.
Stop it.
There's way cooler ways to land. Like
if you got Deadpool making fun of it, then it's already played out.
Right. That was how many years ago?
They should all land like old boy in Terminator when he just flopped his ass on the ground.
Y'all gonna see it now. Yeah, next time you see it, like they did sling his little ass at it, didn't it? Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah. Oh goodness. All right, man. Thank you guys for your input. I really agree with you. We're gonna just get rid of Terminator. Keep the first two movies, the rest of them go away.
Yeah,
the rest of them go. Yeah.
Who was the most perfectly cast character in the history of superhero movies? Now this topic got a lot of traction.
It did.
Oh man, I'm gonna say Professor X with
Patrick Stewart.
I was about to call him Jean-Luc Picard. I swear to God I was. Patrick Stewart with Professor X. Henry Cavill. He's lights out. And I'm gonna have to go with RDJ for Iron Man. Those are my top three. There's plenty more, but those are the guys that absolutely cemented a character for me when you see him on the screen. I mean, I was about to say Jean-Luc again. Patrick Stewart was already known to be Jean-Luc Picard, but then when they put him in the chair, it was like, that is X. That's Professor X right there. So, and Henry Cavill
had to be. He almost had to be. Yes, they were drawing Professor X like Patrick Stewart for a while.
Yeah.
For a while.
Yes. Yep. Oh, and honorable mention Sam Jackson as Fury.
Nick Fury.
As Fury. Yeah. And the story that you see it on the internet, you see it on socials all the time on how he became the person who was drawing the character in the Ultimate Avengers was a fan of Sam Jackson, and so he decided to draw. He was a fan of Sam Jackson, so he drew the character as Sam Jackson. For some odd reason, Sam was in like a comic book store and picked up a comic and was flipping through it. He was on the phone with his agent and saw it, and he called his agent. He was like, "I didn't agree to be in a Marvel book," so 2-3 steps later, he ends up being in the movies. So
That's what's up.
those, hell yeah. So man, Rob, perfect casting. Who do you got?
Trying to find what I said in the post, and I can't remember now. I think Andrew Garfield was probably one of the best Spider-Man. Personally, I just think he was just in bad movies, but I think he was pretty good for the role. I think Ben Affleck for the Batman that he was portraying, the older, more jaded, kind of worn down Batman. I think he was good at that. I think Mark Hamill for the voice of the Joker.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if we're counting animated voiceovers, but I think he is perfect. Just because the way he is, it just works so well. And then you mentioned some of the other ones that I would have gone with too, like Cavill and RDJ. They were pretty much perfect for their characters as well.
Hell yeah! I actually watched. I put it in the chat. I watched almost all the Spider-Man movies over the past week and a half, and then I started watching the Iron Man movies after that, because when I watched the Spider-Man Far From Home and all the rest of that stuff, the only thing I think of whenever I see Tony Stark on the screen is Mike saying, "I'm so tired of Uncle Tony. I hate Uncle Tony."
Uncle Tony relationship, yeah.
So I went back and I watched all the old Uncle Tony movies, and they still hold up. And but yeah, RDJ, and he did it. He did his thing. So Mike, what you got?
Pretty much all mine were named. Patrick Stewart. It was, yeah, like I said, that's perfect casting. I think Schwarzenegger as Conan was perfect casting. I think he had I even think Momoa was perfect casting. I just think he was in a bad movie, but Schwarzenegger was perfect for Conan the Barbarian. It was just a perfect movie. But I also think there's a difference between perfect casting and doing a great job. I think that RDJ did a great job. I think he made Iron Man his own. I don't necessarily think he was what I would imagine as a straight comic parallel, but I think he did the best. I mean, for real, he changed it forever. I think that he changed it forever. I think what was it? Quincy's brother Javon put Beast. What was it? Kelsey Grammer as Beast. That was a good casting.
Yeah,
that was a really good casting. Because I've got the thread pulled up now. I'm gonna give you one. I think Wesley Snipes' Blade was really good. I think that was a really good. That was a good casting. But there's some real good ones out there. I still haven't seen. Yes, I have. I have seen it. I'm the one person that didn't think Heath Ledger's Joker was that great. I'm sorry, it didn't blow me away. It was alright.
Really.
Yeah, it ain't the what everybody makes it out to me. I don't see him getting the award for it.
Yeah, like he was good, but he wasn't like. I think he got more accolades because he died.
I think so. I think so.
That's that Tupac effect. Like Tupac was dope in the '90s, but they be making Tupac think like he's the rap god. Like,
oh yeah, now Tupac's bars.
Tupac's bars was real average back in the day.
Yeah,
he just yelled a lot, had a lot of feeling and emotions,
talked a lot of shit, but dying was the best thing for his career. It
right? Because now that bull is.
Oh man, he the shit now too. I work in the country. I work in the country. I went to deliver a part today, and I went to this the mechanic shop. He playing Tupac. I'm like, really?
Like, huh?
Yeah, And
now this is coming from I'm a fan of Tupac. I bought all of his albums, but
yeah.
I mean, realistically, his bars were not top tier bars.
He was a good storyteller.
He was a good storyteller.
He had a lot of junk. I give him that.
And he had a lot of emotion and feeling. Like you felt when Tupac was rapping.
Yeah, he did.
It wasn't like.
Yeah. That is true. Anyway, Jay, perfect cast.
I've been. I had to scour the internet a little bit to find anybody because you guys took all my go tos. I'm gonna say Charlie Cox's Daredevil. Like I would have never thought he was going to be perfect, but by the time that Daredevil series was over, you're like, you know what? He is Daredevil.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's Daredevil.
Yeah, I can know that.
He's good playing blind too.
Yeah, he's good at playing blind. And then She-Hulk ruined him.
Walk of shame.
Getting the green eggs and yams.
I'm so done with you. I'm done with you.
And I got one
about
they both annoy me separately and together. Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool. That's really about perfect. Yeah, yeah. That's a great cast, and both of them are annoying as fuck. So it's like they really. They are. I don't see how either one of them are popular.
They're meant for each other.
Yeah, I don't see how anybody likes either one of them people, Daredevil or Ryan Reynolds. I just don't see it.
No, but not Daredevil. Deadpool.
Deadpool. I'm sorry. Yeah, Deadpool or Ryan Reynolds. They both annoy the piss out of me. I have never.
Shit. Yeah. All right, now we did the best. Worst. Give me the worst ones.
Worst.
Ooh, I wasn't ready for that one. Let's see who
Halle
did.
Berry is
I'm going to be.
Oh, that's good.
Halle Berry is anything superhero.
Yeah, because her and Storm. She was
terrible.
Okay, but yeah.
What made her Storm so bad?
God, she sucks. What happens to a frog when it's electrocuted? Get out of here. Get the fuck
That was the dumbest line in the whole movie.
That was a dumb line.
On her.
You can't hang that on her. You got to hang
that on
her.
The writers hung it out on her.
Yeah. That line
I still hate it on her because it was terrible. She was terrible. I don't get any Storm vibes from her. She wasn't dramatic. She wasn't like, we all watched the 90s cartoon.
Right.
When Storm said something, she said he was like
that Storm was over the top, though. She was over the top. Let the Appalachian wind blow or some bullshit. Come on.
but
Arctic winds blow. That's it.
But that's how you imagine Storm now, ain't it?
No.
For me, that's how I imagine Storm being. She got to be extra dramatic.
Exactly. Yeah. She was. That Storm was extra dramatic. I didn't have a problem with Halle Berry Storm.
She tried to have an accent, and then her accent was terrible.
And then she didn't have an accent. It faded and got away. They did. Eventually, she was just a regular. My only problem with Halle Berry is as Storm was, and this is a race thing. She's just too light for Storm.
That is exactly what I was going to get into because
I wasn't going to say it, but you're right.
Yeah, she's just way too light.
Storm shouldn't be a red ball.
Listen, when they casted her, you guys remember, in our culture, the light skins and dark skins fight constantly. It's just play fighting. It's cousin fighting. We constantly at each other's throats about some bullshit.
We keep it
it's internal. Yeah. But when they casted her, everybody's like, They just they got real light about that, didn't they?
Yeah.
I was like, man, let the woman work. But she, I didn't mind her Storm. I hated her as Catwoman because that was trash.
Yeah, that was a bad casting.
I'm going to be controversial here. I'm going to say Hugh Jackman as Wolverine.
That's where I was going to.
That goes back
to what I said. 4 feet tall.
Exactly. I don't want a 7 foot tall, smooth skinned, handsome Canadian, or no, he's Australian, as Wolverine. He should be. He's way too tall. That's what I'm saying.
That's it. He did a good job. Not that he did a great casting, but he did a good job.
He acted
that's
well.
What a lot of these are. I think he made it his own, like RDJ did. He made Wolverine his own. Yeah,
we got this tall Wolverine.
If you didn't know, you was mad. You was okay, but if you knew how tall you're supposed to be, you were looking for something a little stockier and hairier. You were looking for something. You didn't need the pretty boy. You didn't need that.
Yeah, he is. He looked like an Abercrombie and French model.
Right. He sings in musicals. I mean, he was in,
Yeah. I think Jesse Eisenberg was a horrible Lex Luthor.
Was he supposed to be Lex Luthor Jr. or was he Lex Luthor?
I was Lex Luthor.
Either way,
he wasn't good. No.
Yeah, not good at all. I don't know what he was trying to play at being all weird and eccentric, but it just came off as being annoying.
I don't know the guy's name now on Lois and Clark, Lois and Superman and Lois. I'm having a hard time finishing this season. It's been over for what, a month now. This last 2 episodes, once Lex Luthor got out, I can't think of his name, but the guy he was on Sons of Anarchy. He's some biker guy. I do not like his Lex Luthor at all. I think he's a terrible choice for Lex Luthor. I wish I knew his name. I'll put it in the chat. But and somebody, listeners, if you remember, just comment on it. Let me know when you figure it out. But I don't like him at all. Okay, he's just.
But you said the rest of the season was still pretty good, though, right?
It was decent. It was decent. I mean, it was WB decent. You're not gonna. I didn't hate it, but this last episode was Lex got out. It's been kind of hard for me to finish. It really has. You get tired of their kids really quick, though. You get tired of their sons, especially like the little Superboy. You get tired of him really, really quick. Now, Superman by itself would be fine. If it was just Superman and Lois without the family and everybody else just doing random shit, you'd be okay. It's the supporting cast you really don't like. Michael Cutlitz is his name for Lex Luthor.
Cutlitz. Oh, that's a terrible name.
Huh? Yeah, I don't know who that is. It's almost like Michael Chitlitz.
Michael Chitlins.
Chitlins. Who else was bad? What about Topher Grace as Venom in Spider-Man 3?
That was bad.
Terrible.
That was bad. That was bad.
Terrible. It looks like they're. I'm thinking, and it's like villains are coming up as really badly cast, like what they did to what the hell is his name now? From the second Amazing Spider-Man, where they did Electro. Jamie Foxx. He just looks awful.
Yeah,
it was just such a bad pick for that character. But they kind of redeemed him in the latest Spider-Man movie, though.
So
you know what? I'm gonna backtrack a little bit for good. Well, no, I guess this would be a villain, but this will be a good villain casting. That what's his name? J.K. Rawlings for Omni-Man. Is that his name? Was it J.K. Simmons?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
J.K. Simmons.
Omni-Man.
Simmons. Yeah.
If we're doing character voiceovers, he kind of
he was a perfect J. Jonah Jameson too. At the same time, since we're saying the same character or
He's
same actor.
pretty strong from pretty much anything. From back to Oz, J.K. Simmons is pretty tough. He is.
Yeah, he's a force to be reckoned with in anything you put him in.
Anything you put him in, he's gonna steal the spotlight from you. He's really good.
He's killing it in those freaking insurance commercials. I mean, just put him in anything.
Right. Anything. J.K. Simmons is gonna steal the light. He's pretty strong. I love to see that guy. I put the guy I'm talking about in the chat for you guys to take a look at it. The guy from Lois and Clark, Superman.
Oh yeah, he was in The Walking Dead, and he was in Band of Brothers too. I recognize him now.
And that's the Lex Luthor. He just don't have the swag. He looks like he feels like he should be like in a biker gang. He just doesn't feel like he's cool enough to be Lex Luthor.
Yeah,
you may not agree with John Cryer, but John Cryer, when he shaved his head and grew that beard,
he killed
smooth.
it.
Oh, he killed it. He was Lex.
Yeah, and he backed it up the way that he acted too. Like he was scary.
Sir. Yes, sir. I don't feel that from this guy. Not at all. Not at all. All right, y'all. I think we've lost Lou. I think we need to go ahead and he's like, you got power out. Let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. Anything else we need to throw out in the universe?
Yeah. Just expect us to be talking about Ahsoka here pretty soon. We'll get there everybody else's reviews on Blue Beetle hopefully by next week.
Yeah, I will go see it, but my daughter wants to see it. She's like, can't this weekend, so I can't see it without her.
Ahsoka seemed pretty good, pretty positive.
Yeah. Hopefully they're learning some lessons
can't
from
wait
the...
Yeah. Well, apparently
take us out.
He's in charge of a lot of it.
Who?
Dave Filoni.
He's in charge.
Yeah,
he's in charge of a lot.
He's got all the TV stuff under his belt, right? And then he's going to be doing a movie that kind of wraps up all of it together, or something like that.
Yeah, He's basically George Lucas's Padawan. Like he was his understudy.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Sweet Jesus. All right, y'all. Anything else we got?
No, I think we're good.
I don't think so. It's been kind of slow with this writer strike and everything.
It's been pretty slow. But we still, there's always something happening around here. But unless you guys want to talk about
Well, always have Stephen Amell opening up his mouth.
About
we'll be here all night with that.
The Blindside fiasco.
Yeah, hit that real quick. What is that about? What is that, real quick?
I
can't find the article.
Did you guys watch the Blindside movie back in the day?
I remember the movie.
Well, the accusations from the guy, the kid who was the football player who was adopted, he's kind of accusing the family of basically stealing money from him because he's saying that they tricked him into signing a conservatorship, but they told him that they adopted him, and they kind of lied to him and said, "Well, since you're so old, since you're over 18, we can't adopt you. But if you sign this is basically adoption for adults." So they ended up selling the story to the movie theaters, and they ended up taking the money, and apparently they didn't give him any. That's just his accusation. I don't know if the family has anything to say about it, but it sounds crazy. Whatever it is, it sounds real dirtbaggish. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Kind of does, taking advantage of a situation like that.
Yeah. And they tried to make it seem like in the movie, like they introduced him to everything, like they introduced him to football and they got him into the school. But meanwhile, like he was already in that school and he was already like a sports prodigy. So they kind of like attached themselves to him. So it all sounds kind of dirty.
Not quite as altruistic.
Right. So they saw he was going to be successful and they just kind of hopped on the bandwagon and
coattails and all.
That's what it sounds like. But the family was already rich, so it was kind of weird.
All right, we're going to close it up this time. We're going to close it up. All right. On behalf of everybody, Lou, Rob, Jay, everybody else, the rest of the crew, we miss you. Wish you guys were here. This is Mike. We're going to take it home. Thanks for listening. Have a good night.
See you guys later.
Good night.